Alright, what I decided to do here is that I'm going to shuffle these up and set up 3 new scoring objectives. And let's see that what we can set up here. I wanted to try and give you a different view of some of the different objectives as well. So here we go, the strip. I'm from Las Vegas, so I'm very familiar with the strip. 1 point per commercial block, blue block, in any row or column that I choose at the end of the game. Pretty nice. Mini marts, ooh, okay, 2 points per commercial block directly between 2 residential blocks connected by the same road for all 3, so in a straight line or in a stepped pattern. Well, that's going to be interesting. And the last one here is looping lanes. 1 point per road section in a completed loop that you may score multiple loops in your city. Okay, so this is the one from the rules overview, and that'll be fine. So any road that's in a loop, it says including multiples, will be worth 1 point per road in that segment. Let's see. I might actually move these down like this so I have a little more playing space on camera. So, let's see. I want to have a lot of blues in a row. I want to have blues connected with roads to oranges, so that's good. And then I want to have roads that connect into circles, into loops. So I'm going to draw the top 3 cards here. And these are the cards that I have to work with. And then this is going to be the draw pile. And we're just going to play until the entirety of this deck is empty. You can always see what the next card is. That's just the way the game is designed. So let's see what I've got to work with. I would like to try and make sure that blues are surrounded by oranges by road. So if I do this, it doesn't directly help with that yet. But it might. Of course, I could always do something like that, right? Which is going to give me 2 points for completing that, but it's going to break up this road into 2, and it will make it harder to circle it, to loop it around. I'm going to play this one, I think, and in hopes that I'm going to then be able to put, oranges around it and have the road continue around, especially because I can see that this card in my future, I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm going to play that adjacent to one side like that. I will draw my next card. So now I can rotate these around, figure out how I want to play them, and I think that what I'll do is, I might do this, because that is going to continue my road, hopefully allow me to loop it, and then it's going to give me 2 points for this objective. I want to try and get as many blues as I can in the same row or column. So, this is going to be tough. Oh, I could always do this, of course, which maybe this will make it easier to loop this road around in the future. And I do like that. The only problem is I also want, as much as it is an objective to try and get this particular combination, I want to try and make as many things touching as I can to score points for those larger sections. So you can see already there is a lot to think about with just how little and simple this little card game is. So I think I'm going to play it this way. I think that should hopefully be good of overlapping greens. So I get to then draw a card, and I should be doing a better job of keeping in mind what the future cards are going to be. So that could be really good. So I want to have this blue surrounded by oranges, of course. So I might put this orange over here. And you're going to say, oh, Chris, this is going to make it really hard to complete that loop. But, of course, don't forget that I can, let's say, I'm going to grab this whole deck and pretend this is my future card. I can always do stuff like this to try and, put more, I can overlap cards a little bit more than I'm doing. So I might do that. That might be a really good choice. Of course, I could do something like this to try and give myself some more loopage to work with. And I want to have as few... Oh, that's also going to be a really good move right there, I think. So maybe I'm going to hold off on this until I get a little more visibility of what the future cards are going to hold for me. And if I put this here, I think that's going to be really good, because that's going to be even more points with this blue connected by road to 2 adjacent orange segments. I'm really going to want that, I think. So I'm going to draw this card here. The back of the scoring thing is called Skid Row. All right. So now these are the 3 cards in my hand. Oh, what am I going to add next? I don't have a lot of adjacency stuff going on. I could always, of course, do something like this. But if I put it overlapping like here, then that completes this as another blue connected by 2 oranges. And maybe I could... I don't think that's going to be that good, though, in terms of trying to make this looped road. So I would imagine that something like this would be better. And then, of course, I could... in the future, I could overlap it like this. Oh, that might be good. Then I can build up a lot of green or something over here. I want to have bigger sections. Right now, everything is an individual one. And I also want to have as many blue in the same row as I can. So there's a lot of thinkiness to this small, simple little game. It is like an ever-evolving, changing puzzle. I think I'm going to do that. Draw this card. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see what I should do with these ones. I think I really liked this idea, but of course I want to try and balance out and think about other options as well. That's not going to be good. I need to loop things. I need to close them. So of course I could do something like that. Oh, but I may have put myself into a little loopy dilemma here, because it's going to be really hard to find cards that will allow me to overlap in the way that I want it to be overlapped, you know, so things like that. Okay, well, I think this is going to be a good move, though, right? Because it's going to, yeah, I think that I can do stuff in the future and cover up this area with other cards. Not too worried about that, I suppose. Yes, so this will be good for me. I feel it in my bones, so I'm going to draw a new card. And so now at least this puts 2 oranges adjacent to each other, so hopefully I should get at least 2 points for that biggest orange section. Maybe I can build up some more of my green. That would be preferable. So let's see, I could try and loop this around, and that puts a 3rd blue in the same column. I want to try and get as many points as I can from that, because my target score is 35 points. Ooh, 35 is going to be a lot of points. Let's see if I can pull this off. I could always do that too. Ooh, okay. So this might be really good. I'm sure that some people who are much smarter than me are watching this and just being very frustrated with me that I'm not making perhaps what is like some of the most optimal moves. I could do that and have another blue surrounded by 2 oranges by roads, but then it's going to be harder to try and close all this off. I think I should maybe stick with that plan that I had earlier. Oh, that could be really good, because now it's going to be easier for me to close off that road, and I've got 3 oranges together, which could be really good. And then all I need is another orange to connect to this blue, and that would be really nice, I think. I think, therefore, I can. So I'm going to try and do that. Oh, this is tough. Draw a card. All right, and if I was also smarter, then I would have looked ahead at what this card was and, you know, seen if I could make things work with it or whatever, but that's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh, that could be good. Have a 4 orange area and make this still loop around a bull. So, you know, maybe in the future I could do something like that. I see that I've got this card coming up. So, yeah, so stuff to think about. This could loop around like this way, and then I could close it off with a few other well-placed cards, but that's going to require a lot of finesse and direct, maybe a little more directness than I can pull off. I feel like that's a pretty good spot that I could put this. But for right now, I'm going to do this one here, because that gives me quite a few more points. I'm going to draw this card and see what's coming up. Well, this is not exactly the card that I wanted to see. Okay, so I've got these ones, so I can try and work this out. Can I do this and then do something like that? It's going to be really hard to make this connect all the way down, because I would need one of those angle ones to put here, but I need it to be an angle directly in. So that's a very specific kind of card that I'm looking for. So maybe I don't want to make that move. Maybe that's too risky of a move for me to actually pull off here. Wow, this is difficult and full of a lot of choices that I am struggling with, but that's okay. I mean, oh yeah, there's always just this move where I can close off this road. It doesn't terribly do a ton of good for me. It leaves this road just kind of sitting out on its own, which is not a really good thing. But I could always put this one over there instead in my next turn. And what would be the benefit of that? I would have this orange. I could connect it to this blue, and maybe to something else, maybe to blue, orange, blue kind of a thing. Oh, wow. And then now I really need to figure out which one of these rows and columns I want to try and invest a lot of blue into. You know, maybe I could do something like that so that I can get more blue in the same column and yet another, like, blue into orange connection type of thing going on. This card won't exactly work with it unless I could do that. Whew. So yeah, hopefully you can see how much thought it kind of goes into every one of these plays, into every one of these moves. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and get as many blues as I can, all in the same column, and try and get as many of these mini mark bonuses as I can. And I'm going to have one completed looped road, possibly only one. That one seems okay. I know I'm playing with future stuff here, right? But does this work in some secret way that I can't really foresee? I don't think so. No, that's fine. As long as I'm not peeking underneath, right? Just visualizing, that's all I'm doing. Oh, boy. I don't want to have too many roads just kind of chilling on their own. So that's not going to do me very much good. What was that play that I was going to make? Oh, I was maybe thinking about putting that there. I'd have 3 in this row, this column. Then I could do something like that. Yeah, I want to try and have as much blue in the same column, connect to as much orange in the same area as possible. And I need to be making these bigger groupings. I'm not doing well with this bigger grouping idea. So of course I could do that, but the problem is, so the problem is that I need to get bigger groupings of stuff. So far I only have 2 parks. I've got 3 orange, residential. I've got no gray next to each other, and I've got no blues next to each other. So I need to be scoring a lot more points here. It's so many things to balance in the short amount of time. And I'm sure that there's some people who are just screaming at me saying, Chris, there's like an obvious move. And if you could just scream it a little bit louder for me so I could hear you, that would be greatly appreciated. You know, I could do some moves like this to try and like increase the amount of greenery and stuff that I have, not add too many roads and whatnot. You know, I mean, like things like this just really aren't that bad of moves, but maybe adding some orange. Yeah. Huh. Oh my goodness, this is breaking my brain. It's so good. It's a very good game, and I quite like it, but I am in a world of hurt, trying to figure out the best thing that I can do next. So that would make this a blue surrounded by 2 orange, but it's going to make blue out kind of all on its own. I'm just going to have to make a decision here, and I'm going to go with this one. I think that that's going to be a somewhat decent move, and I'm getting close to the end of the deck here. There's only 2 more cards, plus the 3 that are in my hand. So I need to try and make sure that I'm focusing on enough objectives and still getting things done that need to get done. I don't see a good card for this region because I want to connect that road so it's not a floater, but I also want to try and get more green, I guess, connected. So, but I also need to complete this loop, lest I lose all of these points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points from that. So things are not looking good for our hero. I feel comfortable saying that much at least. I do need to get more. I do need to get more of this gray all connected to each other. That would be pretty cool. You know, that way I could get some more of those gray points. I want to try and get as much blue all in the same row that I can. This one doesn't do me that much good because I need blue double surrounded by orange, not orange double surrounded by blue. And connected by a road. So that doesn't, I mean, I could do this. That doesn't do me a lot of great favors. I wonder if I can build up this park region some more and, you know, yeah, maybe something like that. Add some more, you know, add some more going on here to my park. Let's try that one. Let's see what happens there. Could that be good? That would make it a 4-park region. That would make this one long, you know, large combined road. I don't have enough cards to make this one mega completed road. That would be super epic if I could do that. Ooh. Can I, though? Can I is the real question of this game. Can I take the gamble and try and make all of this one big connected outside road and make a large section of Green Park here? But nope, because this is my last card that I know is going to be in here. So, you know, I could always do something like this and then, you know, try and connect this up somehow, right? Do one of these. I don't think that's going to be working. I would mess up a lot of stuff probably just trying to make some random pot shot work. I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think this is my most recent card that I laid down. Oh boy. Pardon me as my head bursts into flames. I mean, it really wouldn't be a bad idea to make this park bigger. Oh my goodness, I accidentaled my way into that. That would be a blue surrounded by 2 orange, and it would make this park a 4-space region. Heck yeah. So, these are my 3 remaining cards, and so now it's the final countdown. It is time that I can make some good moves here, hopefully. 3 points in orange, 4 points in green. Can I maybe get some blue kind of getting all together? This wouldn't be a terrible time to try and cover some things up. But super importantly, I cannot forget to complete this looped road. Otherwise, that would make me incredibly sad. So, why not? I'll do that for safety because that is literally the only card that I can use to make this work. And I would be really sad if I went and mucked that one up. So, I could, of course, do something like this. Oh, that's not bad, because that'll add yet another blue mini-mart scoring. That'll actually give me an additional point for orange by having 4 orange altogether. And that's not too many extra roads. I do see myself losing a few points because of these small little scraggly roads, though. So is there another way that I can make this, make this work by maybe even covering up some other roads and getting some good section bonuses and stuff? So what would be the point of that? I don't think that's what I meant to do. I think I meant possibly looking something more like that, so that I have 2 blues next to each other, and I still complete this blue surrounded by oranges bonuses. I think this is a better spot because it'll make this road attached to here, and I won't lose as many road points. I did kind of okay with roads, so let's see how I did if this is my final Sprawlopolis setup. This might not have been the most effective game, but we'll see. I might have scored a lot of points. So, first, on my journey to 35 points, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to score up all of the bonuses I get. So my largest green region is 4, which I'll be honest is pretty bad. My largest orange region is 3, so I'm at 7 points. Then I have 2 blue together, and then no gray touching each other, so I have a total of 10 positive points. Now I have to subtract 1 point per each individual road that's just kind of out. So I'm going to go 10 down to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So I have 4 points positive with the basic 2 scoring objectives. Now I'm going to go into the 3 randomized scoring objectives. Let's see how I did. So I have 4 points plus the strip. I think the biggest thing that I have is 3 blues in a row or column. So I went from 4 points up to 7. Not good. Let's do this looping lanes thing next. I also didn't do good here. So I had 7 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 points. And now I'm going to score 2 points for every blue commercial connected to 2 orange residentials. So 17 points, I need to get up to 35. So let's see. 17 plus 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh, and I think that's it. I didn't get these ones quite to connect. So 31 points on my target of 35. That's okay. That's not the worst that I've done in this game. I have won this a few times, and it is very fun. It is a cool little solitaire puzzle. So that is a full playthrough of how you play Sprawlopolis. At the end of the game, you get to look out and say, look at this cool city that I made, and it fits into this little wallet pocket thing very easily. So that's the game from Button Shy Games, Steve Armani, Danny Devine, and Paul Kluka. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see more reviews, check out our podcast, check out the rest of our YouTube channel. My name's Chris, signing off. Take care.